Hello you guys and welcome back to the channel. It is Angela here today. I wanted to welcome you guys to my channel. Hi, hello, today is Tuesday, and for today's topic of the video I thought why not share with you guys a couple cool places to go and visit if you're here in Chicago. So if I sound like a reporter today, it's because I'm testing out this new mic and I kind of just want to see what does sound like through this mic. But let's get into what you're here for today. So if you're an adult like me who likes science, or you're a mom who just has a whole bunch of kids that need something to do on a random Thursday afternoon, or dad, I think a couple of the good places you guys should go is the Museum of Science and Industry. It has really cool and interactive exhibits. Then there's the Adler Planetarium if you're into anything space, and they even have these special shows, and I think you have to reserve the show times as well too. I think there's like a general entry ticket, and then there's like show times as well too that you have to purchase if you love space, if you like learning about the galaxy, about planets, about the stars, like just seeing our Earth from the outside. They have really cool exhibits at the Adler Planetarium. And then the Field Museum has these really cool dinosaur exhibits. If your kids are into T-Rexes, if your kids want to see what the Bronchiosaurus's height looks like, the Field Museum is kind of the way to go. They have Sue, the big Tyrannosaurus Rex, in their exhibit, and it's just cool for your kids to see and for you to see if you're secretly a nerd at heart. Because come on, like who doesn't love sciencey stuff besides those who think they're a little too cool for school? But they have really cool exhibits. Like those three are my top for places you just kind of have to visit if you're here in Chicago, because why not? If you're the type of person that likes to explore a city just by walking around it, you don't care for the science buildings that are there, you're not really a foodie, I think doing the Chicago Riverwalk might be an option for you, because you get to walk around this long path that lets you see the Sears Tower, that lets you see the cute boats that are passing by. While you're walking on the Chicago Riverwalk, you'll see people on boats just taking the same tour as you are, just now they're on boat. You can do that as well too. But the Chicago Riverwalk is nice. You can see the beautiful views. You can spot different restaurants that you want to hit, maybe on your way back. Or you can always see cute shopping centers that you want to hit too. Because the Riverwalk, it's peaceful. It has this beautiful, like light amount of wind that comes. Now this totally depends on what time of year that you go to. Because if you go in the winter, the Riverwalk is going to feel like Windy City Walk. But if you go in the summer, it's a nice light breeze while you're walking around, while you're seeing scenery, and you get a nice way to get your steps in. Or you can, there's little bikes that they have on the sides that you can rent. You can even take the bikes on the river walks too. I'm assuming you just have to be extra cautious because I don't know if there's like borders on the side of the part that hits the river walk to the sidewalk part. But I would just be a little bit cautious. But yeah, you can go biking, you can go walking, jogging, running, whatever you want. If you're a person that anyway likes to wake up and exercise, might as well go exercise on the Riverwalk because it's beautiful. If you're a foodie like me, and when you get into a city, you like to explore the culture by seeing what type of foods are out there. Chicago has these little like bundles of like ethnic neighborhoods. There's Greek town, there's kind of like a Polish town, there's Little Italy, there's Pilsen, which is kind of like the Mexican American neighborhood, and then there's also like a Little India too. So you can go try out Indian food, Ethiopian food, Chinese food, Polish food. And I think Andersonville is also known for a little bit of Swedish food too, or at least the Swedish community kind of lives there too. But those places have really good tasting foods. Especially Chinatown is one that I can say I account for. And they have the cute statues, like if you're into like the year of the ox, the year of the rooster, they have those laid in and around town in Chinatown. And I think there's a little boat trolley that leads to Chinatown too. I think it comes from across the opposite part of the city, and then you can take it directly into Chinatown. And there's a cute park near there too that you can go walk around and see. But foods are great. Chinatown is great. Little India is great. If you go into places like Devon, they literally have little stores that feel like you're in India. And I will say that because I've gone to India, so I know. But they have like clothing shops. You can get like traditional jewelry, maybe not real gold unless you're walking into like real gold stores. But yeah, real gold, there's fake gold, there's Indian cultural wear, there is Indian like earrings, Indian nose pieces. And then in Chinatown, I don't know much about the shopping, I'll be honest, but the food scene is definitely great. I think it has like one of my favorite restaurants that I tried there. I know it's not Chinese, but the place is called Joy's. Yeah, sorry, not Joy Korea, Joy's. Yeah, Joy's. I think there's a chain in Evanston, and then I think there's one of the chains in Chinatown, and that place has a boba menu the size of a newspaper. Like so many different selections, so many different flavor combinations, bubble tea, there's lychee, there's who knows, whatever smoothie concoction you want, they have it, and their menu is extensive. If you're into art and if you're into anything musical, anything creative, Chicago also has a place for that. There is the Art Institute of Chicago. Pieces are absolutely stunning, and they feature new artists all the time. And by new, I don't know if it means like new and current, but at least new pieces will come onto the floor. The exhibit is beautiful, it's peaceful. The outside walk just to get there is very relaxing. Once you get inside, it's the same way how if you visit an art museum anywhere. It's very quiet. They don't have like huge conversations going on, but it's just everybody, you just see them like standing around, like staring at a piece, like what does that mean to me? And if you are a creative, you know what that is. Like you're just taking a moment to explore somebody's piece of art and seeing what it means to you. Or to see like a person paints a piece for this reason, and sometimes they put like blocks where you can read who the artist is or why the artist did the piece. And then on top of that, like while you're looking at it, it's cool to see what your interpretation of it is and then what the artist intended. You know, want live entertainment though, you can head on over to the Chicago Theater. It has plays, it has musicals, all from ones that you know, like Aladdin, or The Notebook was even playing, I think like 2 summers ago. And I think they had maybe The Little Mermaid sometime recently too. But those are really cool too. If you want a little bit more Shakespearean sort of style plays, I would go to the Navy Pier Theater. Those have really good plays. And I even watched, I can't say the name, but Macbeth. And because for some reason in the theater world, you're not supposed to say that name because it is bad luck. But I watched that play in high school, and that was so cool because as you're sitting in these seats, there's these huge aisles, and you're like, what do they need that huge of aisles for? It's so that when the play is happening, there are people who are singing coming through the aisles, and it's very interactive, it's in your face. It's cool to feel like you're in the space and you're in the time of when that play occurred. But you're just like casually in like 2025, like watching who knows how old play, but it's cool. And the reason why I mentioned the Sears Tower last is because I feel like if anyone hears about Chicago, like you automatically think like one of our tallest buildings, and I love it, and it's cool, and it's part of our skyline, and I love it. Like whenever I'm traveling back from any other city, and then you come and you see our skyline, I just like, it's just like a wow moment for me every time. Now on top of the Sears Tower, not on top of, I think you take the elevator up to a pretty high floor. I don't think it's like the tippy toppest floor, but it's, I think, yeah, pretty high up. There's this little glass encasing that sticks outside of the building, and I think it's like $35 at the time that I went, and this was like probably like 3-4 years ago. But you go and you wait in line, and then you're able to do either the tilting feature or you can do the stepping onto the glass casing and then you can take pictures. You can look down. But looking down is a little bit intense. It's a little scary, especially for those who have like you're afraid of heights. It's a little intimidating, but it's also like when are you ever going to do it again? Stand on a crazy city attraction and just be able to stand on that high of a floor. I think it's like whatever story, like the 20th story or the 25th story building. It's probably got to be higher than that, but it's just cool to step outside, and the pictures come out great too. If you're like a person who loves posting on Instagram or you like saving the photos, it's a great photo op for the city. Also, another great place to take a really good photo op of like where you want to see the entire city in the background is actually the first place that I mentioned, one of the first places that I mentioned, Adler Planetarium. After you visit there, whether it's before you go in or after you go in, like the parking lot, then there's this little like couple steps down and you can see the entire city skyline and you can get a great view. And that tends to be one of the big spots that Chicago photographers take their couples to be able to get that beautiful city in the background with their like engagement shoots or their wedding shoots. Absolutely stunning. And it's just like a couple steps away from the Adler Planetarium building. I sure hope you guys enjoyed today's video. This is Angela signing off. If you were coming to Chicago or you already pre-planned a couple different places you wanted to go, let me know where you're going in the comments below. And let me know if one of the places that I said to you guys sparked an idea of a place to go to. I know it's very typical touristy sort of places, but I thought for today's video, I'll do the typical touristy places, and then another one I'll do like secret spots that you wouldn't see like when you Google Chicago. But I love you guys. Have a great day. Like, share, subscribe, put on that notification bell button when I post a new long form video or when I post a new short form. Anyway, I love you guys.